Hi, Vova. Thanks for having me. So I will go and share a screen and then I'll take from there.
Yes,
All right.
please, sir. Yes, good to have you with us.
So, yeah, first of all, welcome audience to this demo.
Hmm.
We'll go for a full tutorial of Hopted and our Amazon connector for Google Sheets. So I should start with, first of all, what is Hopted?
Hmm.
So if you're an Amazon seller, most probably you're using spreadsheets for something like listing management, inventory, orders, ads, accounting, yeah, you name it. So
Hmm.
Hopted brings your live Amazon data directly into those spreadsheets. It's the simplest way to get basically all your Amazon seller information into Google Sheets automatically. And it connects with Amazon Seller Central, Vendor Central, and Amazon Ads accounts. So before you start, first of all, you need to install the Hopted browser extension. You visit our website, hopted.com, and click this button, Try. It directs you to a Google Chrome web store, but also uh, Hopted support is supported by other browsers like Edge or newly OpenAI Atlas browser.
Hmm.
Then you basically add Hopted to your browser, and that's pretty much it. So now you can launch Hopted directly from your Google Sheets. Let's go ahead into Google Sheets and see on the left top left side you see the Hopted. So let me just name this spreadsheet. So yeah, once you installed, you'll see Hopted button in your Google Sheets. Click Hopted and sign in with your Google account. All right. So instead of asking for access to your whole Google Drive, Hopted just needs permissions to run uh, in a particular spreadsheet. So
Hmm.
we provide you with an email address, so grant this email address and editor permissions like you would normally do with your team members, and Hopted will get access to the spreadsheet. That's pretty much it. We're all set up to get started with Hopted.
Now we just connected it to the Google Sheet. Basically, we installed the extension. Pretty simple so far. Yeah.
Yeah,
Hmm.
correct.
Hmm.
So for getting started, Hopted gives you basically three paths to pull your Amazon data into your custom spreadsheets. So first of all, you can use our AI. Just describe what your business problem is in a plain language, and it will set it up for you. Secondly, you can use our so-called pre-made templates like FBA. We have FBA tracker or profitability analysis. And thirdly, you can build a custom reporting from scratch, picking every basically data point you like.
Hmm.
So let's do a deep dive of basically on each of these
Hmm.
paths. Okay,
Please. Yes.
I'll start with I'll start with an AI. So simply tell Hopted AI what you need in a plain language. Just describe your basically business problem, your end goal,
Hmm.
and the main attributes you'd like to see. It's easy, it's like as 1, 2, 3. Basically, Hopted AI will build ready-to-use views filled with information uh, as you describe it. So let me just copy and paste. I've prepared some text
Hmm.
over here. Let me just copy and paste it. Yeah, and I'll hit this button, send instructions,
Hmm.
and currently instructions are sent to Hopted. So at this point, it works asynchronously, meaning it works in the background, and after it's done, it will basically send you an email saying, "Hey, your request is completed with a ready to you with a new spreadsheet URL," and yeah, you'll get based on your request, you will get the setup uh, the set it up spreadsheet. For me, I already have the spreadsheet. So basically, for new users, there will be an additional step where Hopted would ask you for to connect your Amazon's account, right? That's
Mhm.
obviously something that we've missed out. But I've already set it up, so that's why the steps, the flow, haven't asked me for
Mhm.
that.
Mhm. Mhm.
Make sense?
Yeah, at some point we'll have to go and then
So
authorize Hopted. We'll get usually like some code, right, which we put inside the Seller Central, kind of the basic process for authorizing software, right? Uh,
yeah, correct, correct.
Mhm.
So yeah, that was solved with AI. The second part of how you can get started with Hopted is with our pre-made solutions. Pre-made templates are a great way to get started with Hopted. Our spreadsheet templates contain, yeah, ready-to-use solutions for everyday Amazon business problems. Open basically, yeah, this template gallery, select, take a look at what we got here. For example, we have like tracking correct fee dimensions. We have a restock, planner, some business metrics. We can take a look on the suppressed listings. This gallery currently contains just a dozen of templates, and we're basically expanding it month by month. So today you see this amount of templates.
Mhm.
Next month it will be uh, yet another templates. Yeah. So simply pick a template. I'll start, for example, with the seller performance across all marketplaces. The use cases as follows. For example, European sellers who sell across multiple countries, they typically need to track some business metrics that Amazon have set them, right? You have this in Seller Central, obviously, but it lives in totally different pages for each of your marketplace. We can bring it all together in a single centralized place with the easy template. Let me show you how. Simply pick a template and click Use a solution. Then you select your Amazon stores. I already have connected to Amazon stores. So I'll select this one. It shows me all marketplaces where this store is selling on, and I just click Use Solution. So pre-made solution successfully created. Over here, you see a new tab has appeared, and
Mhm.
with all for my store for all marketplaces, all business metrics that Amazon is requiring me to follow, I now can see them in one single place. We can go a step further. We can go, for example, and set up an alerts. So what does it mean? Whenever anything changes here, I will get an email alert for that. So I know that something, for example, if my order metric
Mhm.
have changed, I can search for alerts. Let's go one step even further. Besides seeing all important metrics in a single place, we can set a conditional alerts notifying us whenever any of those metrics has changed. Let me show you how. So for instance, over here we have a late shipment rate, which we need to keep, which Amazon requires us to keep at a 0%. So let's track that. Whenever this change, we'll get an email alert for that. So I'll go ahead and select the whole column. I'll go to data, sorry, for tools, conditional notifications, and I'll add a rule of saying like late shipment rate. So when late shipment rate for 30 days is changes,
Mhm.
I'll get I'll drop my email here and I'll just click save. So
Mhm.
now whenever this is changed, I'll
Mhm.
get almost instant notification about that.
Nice. To the email. Mhm.
To the email, we can use Slack, for example, because Slack channels has emails, so we can use those as well.
Mhm.
Let me show you your entry points into a Hopted sidebar.
Mhm.
So The Hopted sidebar is your central, basically entry point into Hopted. It's everything that you've seen demonstrated so far is accessible through the sidebar, including solve with the AI and pre-made solutions.
Mm-hmm.
The sidebar also provides you with information about your created automations. So in this case, let me go back to the previous tab where all this data is live. So now you'll see this created automation over here. So uh, if we click on it, you'll see all the columns, all my store. I've selected optional filters, and you see the data is refreshed every 5 minutes. So every 5 minutes, Hopted checks your Seller Central and basically updates the spreadsheet based on that. So the Hopted sidebar provides you with all the possibilities that I've shown you previously, additionally with the created automation. And also you're able to access additionally Hopted settings, which we can cover a bit later.
Mm-hmm.
So, and the third pass, so up until now I've showed you two passes. So with AI, how you can create a data connector, also pre-made solutions. And the third pass is basically starting from scratch. You open the Hopted sidebar, and here you have a button, New Live Data Sync, which gives you a
Mm.
basically a four-step process of creating your custom reporting.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, right now, Hopted supports three integrations: Amazon Seller Central, Amazon Vendor Central, and Amazon Ads profiles.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, in the near future, we're planning to add Walmart, and next after the Walmart, Shopify.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, basically chances are your teammates are already using spreadsheets. So in this case, creating this custom reporting is a great way to feed live Amazon data into your already existing like templates, views. You're using spreadsheets. Um, Select an integration. I'll go ahead with Seller Central. Then select your stores. Ultimately, you can connect multiple stores. I have here only one store, but if you have multiple Amazon accounts, you can go ahead and connect them over here.
So for agencies, for example, because we have some agencies that might be watching or like aggregators, also they can connect Amazon accounts of their customers, say, and then through Hopted for the bigger, we're going to talk about the pricing plans, I believe, in the end of the video, but for the bigger kind
Mhm.
of players who have maybe just sellers who have a lot of accounts or agencies again, maybe with 5, 10 accounts or aggregators with 15, 20. Again, they just connect them all here, they'll appear here, and then they'll just manage them all within like Hopted. Yes.
One Hopted account,
Yes.
correct? Yeah,
Hmm. Hmm.
agencies can connect. Basically, there is no limit on how many of Amazon stores you can connect, and
Hmm.
agencies can connect their clients' accounts
Hmm.
over here.
Hmm. Hmm.
So I'll go ahead and select the store. For this particular, I think demo, I'll go ahead and select on the UK because this account mainly is selling on the UK marketplace.
Hmm.
And yeah, this is a view showing you all supported reports that you're able to pull in your spreadsheets. So basically, if you see, most probably you see those familiar uh, Seller Central reports, because in the first step, if you remember, we've selected the Amazon Seller Central. Obviously, if at the first step, it would like if you select Amazon Ads accounts, there would be a different set of available reports related to Amazon Ads. But as
Hmm.
we selected Seller Central, we see familiar reports from Seller Central. Uh, yeah, for this particular demo, I think I will go ahead and select active listings reports. I'll pull, I don't know, my SKU. I can also search for it.
Mm-hmm.
I'll pull the price of the product. So every attribute that we are selecting here will become a column in our spreadsheet. And then for each SKU, I'll go ahead and select, let's say, the business report, sales by traffic, and I'll select buy box.
Mm-hmm.
Buy box percentage, I'll select my sales, and that's for 30 days. Next, I want to compare it with my, let's say, 14-day period. So I can select the same business report but for the 40 days and also get product sales for my 14 days.
Mm-hmm.
Then I can go, for example, to restock inventory or yeah, and get my, let's say, total inventory, total units available currently on Amazon.
Alex, quick question, please.
Tell me.
The how far the data goes back? Like say it's sales, like 14, 30 days. There might be, someone wants to compare 2023 Christmas to 2024 Christmas and see like how they did. I mean like Christmas like as let's say December.
Mhm.
So I'm just curious how far would it go?
Yeah, it's a great question. You have a flexibility of creating a custom data ranges. So you can go custom X days back. You can go custom months back, right? So you're not limited only to a few options that we've preset. You can also go multiple months ago back. So the look back period is basically uh, is limited by Amazon. As far as I know, it's 2 years, something like
Mm-hmm.
that, 2 or 3 years
Mm-hmm.
back,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
the look back period.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Um, yeah. So I'd like your audience to notice how easily, basically, Hopted allows to combine information from totally, like, from three independent reports, right? We've took information from active listings, we've took information from sales traffic reports, we took for totally different ranges. We took information from restock inventory reports. That information normally lives in Amazon under its own report, right? And it's under its own marketplaces. So Hopted in the backgrounds gets that information and merges it together, processes into a single view, as we'll see. So I'll hit next. For now, this is an optional step. It allows you to filter out um, information and get just a set of data. For instance, if you'd like to see um, only items with a buy box, uh, for example, less than 90.9%, right? So you will get all active listings with a buy box less than 90%. I assume this demo account doesn't have that bad listing, so maybe I should change it to something like
Mm.
0.99.
Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm.
But here you can create a, a, a conditions which allows you to
Mm.
filter out raws from your reporting.
You're saying, here's my
Yeah,
active listings, find me everything where I'm not 100% optimized, and let's optimize kind of.
yeah, correct,
Mhm, mhm,
correct.
mhm. Nice.
So th here, as Hopted, as like one of the main uh, advantages of Hopted, that it keeps your information in spreadsheets up to date with your Amazon account. And at this window, you are able to set the refresh schedule. So the frequency, how often Hopted will update your information. We can go from as frequent as 5 minutes to something less frequent, like daily. You can get daily updates or maybe an hourly updates. I'm fine with, let's say, every 4 hours. So I'll select that one. Next, we'll have a nice overview of what we've created. What will this automated tab will contain? And yeah, I'll just go ahead and create this new thing. So as you can see, we are awaiting our initial data. Sometimes it takes a few moments for Amazon to populate to get our initial data. But typically it's pretty fast. It's happening pretty fast.
Alex, I wanted to ask you a little question while it's being populated. For example, we chose every 8 hours to get the data. Do we see when is the next data income like time for the next, like say
Hmm.
every 4 hours?
Uh,
So then we'll see it somewhere or kind of.
cool. Actually, well, it doesn't have that, but I think it's a wonderful feature request. So after our conversation, I'll go ahead into our a feature request system and I'll just log that because I think it's a wonderful to idea. We haven't thought about that. It's a pretty good idea.
Yeah, I think because the reason I've asked is I've read this. I don't recall. I think it was like 50 startups or something book. I was in Poland when I was reading that. I was on a train, I remember. Anyway, and it said it talked about Uber there, and in Uber, if you're standing somewhere waiting for the car, you see where the car is and how long it takes to get to you. So you are less anxious, like maybe or something, or you're like, oh, where's the car? Where's the car? Like, oh, okay, it's in 2 minutes. Here's the picture of the car. Here's how it's moving. Here's how, like, to an extent where your brain is like fully seeing the path of when the car is coming. So yeah, just thought about it. But yeah, man, pretty cool. Yeah, I think it might be useful. Yeah. Mm.
Absolutely, totally agree. We do have a column that shows you the last updated time,
Okay.
so you are also aware
Mm.
when was the last update, and we can actually go ahead and edit that as well while we're waiting for the initial data. And over here, last changed. So this column over here under the custom source, last
Mm.
changed
Hmm.
at will show you exactly the time when was the last update of the
Ah,
of the
yeah.
data.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. There it is. Uh-huh.
We've seen that Hopted loaded the data based on our condition, where the byte box is less than 99%.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Uh, Hopted basically live data sync works with your custom changes without blocking, um, infinite possibilities of customization. So we can go ahead and rearrange the columns. For instance, we can move them over here. Wait, sorry, not that far.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, we can move them. We can add the custom columns like you see the data still appearing
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
it still works. So we can
Nice.
write notes. We can format however we want. So still everything works as you would sorry, everything works as you would expect.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So for instance, we can go ahead and say something like needs attention and assign this to someone like comment. I will sign. like
Hmm.
that.
Hmm.
And yeah, still we can even move. Yeah,
Alex, and the total units is what's in stock? What we have in stock? What's that?
yeah,
Total
correct.
units. Yeah. Uh-huh.
The total inventory,
Ah,
all inventory that is available, shipped and reserved for in fulfillment centers.
if we hover over the also the metric, we can see what it is exactly. Okay.
Correct. We see what it is and from which Amazon reports it comes
Mm,
from. So
nice.
this particular total units comes from restock inventory report. So, for example, if we hover over here, we see that this comes from business reports, sales and traffic of your seller account.
Hmm.
So yeah, when data basically refreshes, Hopted intelligently updates only the specific cells that needs to be updated. Yeah, Hopted allows you to create what are called calculated columns. So basically, these are new columns that are transformations or combinations of metrics or attributes from from other columns. So it's easy to actually to create one. So you can just select a custom source and over here, click on a formula. Um, in this case, I want to create a calculated column showing me the value of my inventory if I'm going to sell it. So in this case, I'm going to use the total units multiplied by the price. And this will show me the inventory valuation, let's say like that.
Mm.
Let me save obviously none of the Amazon reports showing you this kind of metric, but yeah, as you've seen, it's pretty easy to create your own. It's limited by your
Mm. Hmm.
imagination actually.
Hmm.
So I'll go ahead and save our changes to our sync and and see see the result. Let's wait a bit.
Hmm. So is this price of the unit that we have, for example, of the co cost of goods or no, I think it's populating the price on Amazon and the total units we have in stock, like it's potential sales kind of. I understand.
Yeah, correct.
Right, so we can just use our imagination, as you mentioned, to create exactly what we need. So based on our problems as, say, private label sellers or maybe wholesale sellers, we have different metrics that we really care about. So, for example, we want to see the potential sales um, we might get from all the inventory we have. All right, so then we can base our, further shipments that we want to buy, like further like inventory that we want to buy, you know, somewhat based on that metric or what any other metric that, people might think of. We can combine them into formulas. And I guess to do these formulas, we can, again, maybe speak with AI to help us or just use our own brain kind of thing uh, to maybe kind of create the formula in a way to put it there because it can be really creative here. There's so much to do.
Yeah, absolutely. You're not limited. You can even, for example, actually it's a good idea, but maybe we can come up with some kind of a formula that's already also using an AI. So for that, let's do something interesting here.
Okay.
Let me go ahead and add the sync. We'll ask Hopted to bring an additional field, for example, product name.
Hmm.
So this is our title of our products. And then we can use a custom calculated columns, which uses an AI. For example, AI, let's see whether it works. I've never tried it. We can use a formula, an AI formula saying, let's work over this product name. Maybe we can categorize it or something. what's your ideas? What we can do with the product title? Maybe an improvement. We can ask an AI to improve it with the keywords, right?
Mhm.
Or what's your thoughts?
Or we would say we have a catalog of different brushes for painting. I'm here now in Bangkok. Recently, was doing some drawings. So maybe I'm selling 100 different types of brushes, but we have certain types
Okay.
of brushes, like maybe small brushes and big brushes. So we
Yeah.
have, so we can, for example, so let's try.
Okay. So we can ask an AI to come up with the labels because obviously this account, seller account, Amazon account doesn't sell the brushes,
Hmm.
but we can ask an AI to come up with tags based for the like for this particular
Hmm.
products, right?
Okay.
So yeah, Vova, actually it's a great idea of of showing how we can use AI with these calculated columns. So we can go ahead and say something like label stacks, enter AI, and create a prompt for AI. For example, uh, categorize this title with a single word as a label.
Hmm.
And we can include product name of the product name. Yeah, and see what will happen. All right. So we got the formulas here. Let's see, generate insights. Can actually select multiple. Okay, it's a lot of fields, but so that's why it's a little bit slow. But now it's on the Google Sheets site. That's why. Let's see for the first 25 products, what kind of labels have been created.
Hmm.
So yeah, and as you said, as you
Hmm.
proposed of creating these kind of labels, we got them.
Hmm. Hmm.
We can actually select the whole column and ask to refresh everything, but yeah, it has 200 cells limit, but it will
Hmm.
slowly populate everything. And we can, yeah, we can go ahead actually and do it a little bit more prettier. So I'll just go ahead and format everything. And here I will create it as a drop down like that. And just like that, using these calculated columns, we've created a labels as you've proposed.